Hello and welcome to episode 11 of Regrowth. So, last episode we did a little bit of mariculture, got the crucible up and running, and got the vat going. And we also went to the nether, and we have probably enough seared bricks here, hopefully to make at least a small smeltery, and we could start doubling our ores, or we could start, cooking them up in the crucible themselves and getting, times and a half. But as you can see, my mana pool is almost full again, so I figured this episode let's use up some of that mana. So off camera, I did a bunch of crossbreeding, and now have all of the magical foods, or at least the foods from magical crops. Thank you, wolves. And I'm starting to grow them out, and I'm also growing up some netherwort. And you'll see I have it in an enclosed structure here. As of 0.7.2, netherwort needs to be grown in the dark, or at least at a low light level. So you're going to have to enclose it so that you can get it to grow. So I've got my netherwort growing, and it grows on soul sand. So I'll get that to 10-10-10 as well. But as you can see, all my crops are growing relatively nicely. And yeah, I've just been harvesting and crossbreeding. Okay, so the reason why I wanted these, let me grab just one of everything here so I can show you why I wanted one of all of these. These are the food crops from Magic Crops, and they can make a really good food, and that's why I wanted to grow them. Get some cucumber. And I really don't want to steal you. Tomato was the last one that I got, so as you can see, it's not really growing very well. So I think I've got one of everything I need. I got grapes, I got tomato, strawberry. No, I got you corn. I need corn, and I think that's everything. If you hear the sneezing in the background, that's one of my cats. She's got the sniffles. And so what I want to make is magical food. Yeah, and so once you have one of all of the magical crops, food sources, you can make this magical food, which gives you, fills up 6 hunger, which is good. And it also will give you regeneration 2 for 5 seconds. And I wonder if you can eat it when you're not hungry. Yeah, you can even eat it when you're not hungry to get that regeneration, so it could be pretty handy moving forward. So once I'll grow a bunch of that up, and this will probably be my food source going forward. Once, I'm running out of space in there. I'm gonna have to upgrade this chest. I'm just gonna put the rest of you guys down here for now. And I did a couple turn-ins in The Way the World is Made. I turned in for the nether. I turned in netherrack, floral red powder, and the weak essence so that I could get a nether essence. And I did another turn in for this. I don't think I needed to do that. And I did do another turn in for the bauxite, but I don't think I needed to do that. I'm definitely going to need to start doing this one, but I need to make a nether seed first. And so that's what I want to do first, use up some of this mana. I've got all the stuff in my inventory right now. Floral red powder, my nether essence, 4 weak, my essence seed, and 4 weak essences. And now I can just 2, 3, 4. Okay, what am I missing? Nether seed. Aha, yeah, and the buckets of lava, of course. They're in my inventory. And so I'll make the nether seed. That'll take a little bit. It'll use up some of that mana. Oh, it's like virtually full. Let me get rid of that grape too while that happens. And I'm going to need to get some living rock to finish this off. Can I fit you in there? No. Okay, so you're going to have to go down there for now. Okay, I'm going to grab some living rock so I can finish this off. I'm going to need a little bit of this, so. It's taken a little while, but it'll be done shortly. And then what we were going to do is I'm going to do the Written in Stone quest. So this is to make some basic runes, and these runes are then used in further recipes to make various items in Botania and also in this mod pack. So I can just throw that down there, and I can shift click, and I can get my nether seed. And I'm going to run over here and just plant my nether seed because I got a spot all ready for it so that it can go and get to work. And all of these runes, so if I look up all these runes, so the Rune of Water takes 3 mana steel and a couple of items, bone meal, sugarcane, and a fishing rod. And so all of the basic runes take 3 mana steel and a couple other items. And they're relatively simple, so they're not hard to make, and you'll get 3 runes of fire out of it. It takes about, looks like an eighth of a thing of mana. So what I'm going to do is I have all the items that I need for this in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my mana steel because I need that. And this is the first one. So it's always 3 mana for all these ones. This one has the fishing rod, the bone meal, and the sugarcane, and I should be able to click that, and I'll be making a Rune of Water. So you're going to have to make a lot of these runes sort of going forward because they're needed in a lot of recipes. They're actually needed in, so if I look at, say, the Rune of Summer, I'm going to require a Rune of Earth and a Rune of Air to make the Rune of Summer, and then you can use the Rune of Summer in various, recipes to make various items, etc., etc. And it's also used in the Petal Apothecary, as well as on the Runic Altar to make more stuff. So basically, you're going to be using a lot of these runes. These runes of water, earth, air, fire, and mana, you're going to use a lot of. So you're probably going to have to, do this recipe multiple times. I'm just going to do it once right now on camera, and then I probably will never do this again on camera because, well, who wants that? Ooh, hey. Okay, and so the Rune of Fire, I've got all the stuff in here. I don't even need to look there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move all this stuff off my bar to make life easier. I need netherwort, gunpowder, nether brick, and gunpowder you can get from Essence of the Creeper, from sulfur, from creeper hearts, saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal dust. I don't know that we can have access to this from fish. An enrichment chamber, which is later down the line. Oh yeah, from gunpowder. Yeah, that doesn't help. And if you have this alchemical catalyst, you can convert flint into gunpowder. And you can get them from bees, of course. And yeah, so you can get it from a few places, but the easiest way to get it, of course, is to kill some creepers, which I had it from earlier on. Netherwort, nether brick, gunpowder, and go. And we'll toss that on there. And so that will be the Rune of Fire. Next up will be the Rune of Earth, which I'll get the items out and ready to go here. Charcoal, stone, and a mushroom. And I've actually found a bunch of mushrooms underground, the brown ones. If you can't find any mushrooms, let's see if I can... I can't do a recipe for that? Huh. I think you can make them somehow. Well, maybe not. I thought you could. You can get the mushroom seed. I think you can make the mushroom seed. Yeah, you can do from crop mutation, potato and netherwort. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And there was a quest reward that gave you the mushroom seed. So I found my mushrooms underground, but I'm gonna have to start growing some if I'm gonna keep having to make these runes. Okay, so the next one was the Rune of Earth. 2, 3, charcoal, stone. It's a block of charcoal, or coal actually. And this will be the Rune of Earth. Okay, and so once I have the Rune of Earth, I'm gonna make the Rune of Mana next. And let's go over here, Rune of Mana. And this one takes 5 mana steel ingots and 1 mana pearl, so it's relatively cheap. Go ahead and throw that on there. It's about half done. And I'm really not using up too much of this mana pool. I guess this doesn't use too much up. I might have to make another one of these mana tablets just so I can use up some of that mana. Just because it sits here for a while I do a bunch of crop stuff, it fills up. So this should be almost done. Shift click it. Okay, we've got the Rune of Earth, and so as you can see, each time it makes 3. 3, 4, 5, and oh, I gotta pull the mana tablet out. This is the only one that's a little annoying. I think you only get 1. Yeah, so the Rune of Mana you only get 1, so this is sort of an annoying one to make. But next, you would think we would make the Rune of Air, which I would like to make, but it requires a feather. And I could get it from some fishing, I could get it from some bees, that's about it. So there's a chance of getting it from fishing and bees, but the easiest way to get a feather, so you only get 1 Rune of Mana there, that's the kind of sucky part. The best way to get a feather, of course, is from chickens. Now, I believe we have a quest here to make chickens, and I think it's in the Life of the World. Feathers can be a very useful resource, and eggs might just be the basics you need to bring back other forms of life. Next stop, chickens. Task for the player needs specific items. These do not have to be handed in. Having them in one's inventory is enough. So I need 16 eggs, and if I look up the recipe for an egg, I need a seed, a pasture seed, mandrake, a Rune of Earth, and a Rune of Mana, and I can get 16 eggs. So I, of course, have a pasture seed, a regular seed, and I now have a Rune of, I think it was a Rune of Mana, it was a Rune of Earth, Rune of Mana, and a Rune of Earth, yes. That's, okay, so let me just do that. So we'll put the Rune of Mana, pasture seed, mandrake, and a Rune of Earth. And we'll go and we'll create some eggs. And the bonus here is we will get 16 more. So we'll have 32 eggs, which should hopefully give us enough chance to get some chickens. Standard Minecraft rules for chickens is you get 1 chicken per about 1 in every 8 eggs will give you a chicken. So with 32, I've got a pretty good shot of getting 2. So let me end this quest so that I can get the extra eggs. And over here I made a little makeshift chicken coop. Come on, chickens. Okay, this is oh, there's 1. Oh, there's 2. 3. Okay. Oops. Alright, so I got 4 chickens. It's not... Did I get 4? Yeah, I got 4 chickens. That's not too bad. The cool thing... I'm not sure, 100% sure which mod it is, but one of the mods in this pack causes animals to shed some of their other products. So spiders will actually shed string as they're walking around, so sometimes you'll find string out in the world. Chickens will shed feathers in addition to eggs, and I believe cows will shed leather. Sheep will shed wool, I think, or string. So you can basically get some of the animal byproducts without having to kill the animal. So rather than having to kill all the chickens, eventually these chickens will shed their feathers, and then I can make the final rune, the Rune of Air. So while we're waiting for that to happen, let us... Wow, I have a ton of these quests. I think I'm almost done all those. All these seed quests. I've done all of the crossbreeding there now. Let's go to the way the world is made and see... Oh, I made my nether seeds. I'll take the nether essence. because... Ooh, I can turn in. I need nether brick. Ooh, 32. Okay. Let us look at some of these other seeds. These air, earth, fire, and water seeds are going to be really handy. I just know that I'm going to need some of these runes that I just made, so I'm pretty sure I won't be able to make air because I think I'm going to need the rune of air. Yeah, I can't make air. But I should be able to make earth. Earth seeds. Yeah. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to gather up the resources here to make a couple of these seeds, the earth, fire, and the water seeds, and I will be back in a second. Okay, so one of the baby chickens actually dropped a feather while I was gathering up the other items that I'm going to need. So I will make my rune of air. Just takes a carpet, a feather, a string, and 3 mana steel. And I think it was full. Oh, yeah, I'm using up some of that mana though, so that's good. Throw my rock down. Throw my living rock down. And yeah, the rune of air will go. So I've gathered up all the stuff that I'm gonna need. For the rune of, not for the rune, for the earth seed, you need 2 pasture seeds. And if you're tired of breaking grass to try and get them, it's a really low chance by breaking dead grass and regular grass. What you can do is you can use some shears on some tall grass, and you can toss that in your mana pool. Oh, you can actually toss it in your mana pool, and you can get pasture seed out of it. So it's an easy way to get pasture seeds. And our rune of air is done. So now we have our rune of air, which is good. And maybe we'll do the air one first since we've already got the rune of air here. To make the air seeds, we need 2 leaves, the rune of air, and 3 regular essence. And an essence seed, as always, for all of your seeds. So the rune of air, 2 leaves, 1, 2, 3, and an essence seed. And now this will actually take a little while, and it'll actually use up quite a bit of mana if I look it up. Air seed. It's like a full eighth of the mana pool. So making all 4 of these seeds will use up, you know, a good solid half of my mana pool. And as you can see, it's taking a long time to sort of make it all the way through. And it requires 3 regular essence. So you're definitely gonna have to keep farming the essence as much as possible. Oh, something I made off camera. I made a scythe. Once you have your tool forge, you can make a scythe. You need a scythe head, 2 large tool rods, and the large, whatchamacallit, binding, large binding, or tough binding. And the bonus of the scythe is when you come over to your crops and you right click, it'll harvest them in a 3x3 area. So you can actually come along and harvest your crops really quickly using the scythe. It's, you know, I just sort of run through boom, 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 and harvest up the crops really quickly. I just made it all out of netherrack again, probably not the ideal. Cat sneezing in the background, just got a little bit of a cold. Poor kittens. But yeah, it's a much easier way to say harvest your crops. You can get it once you have the tool forge. Before that, you're pretty screwed. You're manually doing it, even though you're still manually doing it here, but just throw that up there. What else did I get? Coal and tin. I definitely need to start processing some of my materials so I can start making things, but I wanted to use up some of this mana. And there we go. Shift click. And there's my air seed. And as you can see, I used up a bit of mana, but I must have had some stored up. So the next seed that we want to make is not putting down the living rock. is we want to make the we'll make the water seed. So we need a rune of water, 2 buckets of water. So water, 2 buckets of water. I got some clay buckets. It will use up the buckets. So, and again, 3 essence seeds. We'll let that go. We should use up a little bit of mana here. So the 8 hydrangeas and I think it's like 16 nightshades and 14 day blooms, they do an okay job of generating mana. Not if you wanted to start using some serious mana, but for all the stuff that we're doing right now, it's definitely worth it. So this can take a little while to process. What I'll do is, let's see, is there something else that I wanted to do? I can definitely do that now. Oh, another brick. That's the other one. Okay. Got my air seeds. I'll have my earth seeds. I'll have those. So almost done. And still got a ton of mana there, so we're doing all right. Let me get the next set out. So for fire, you need 2 buckets of lava and a rune of fire. Let's go like that. Done. Okay, so fire, rune of fire, essence seed, 3 regular essence, and 2 buckets. Get that going. And we're doing okay on mana. You know, the hydrangeas and the other things seem to be able to, you know, keep us fairly steady. And yeah, let's grab out the next thing. Final one is the rune of earth, which is the 2 pasture seeds, and the rune of earth itself. And I guess if we go in here, we can complete essence of air, regular essence. Ooh. Do I want any essence of air right now? I think I'll take the regular essence for now. Living rock on there. Living rock fell off. Living rock fell over. There we go. And now put on our rune of earth, 2 pasture seeds, and should be ready to go. And our mana is pretty solid, so I guess we're doing okay with our little mana generation here, at least for, you know, these kind of seeds. I think if I upgrade some of this stuff, the process might go a little faster, but I'm not 100% sure on that. We'll take our essence of fire. No, we'll take the regular essence. Grabbing all this regular essence will just sort of help us out in the long run. I'm going to grow these seeds up and produce a ton of that essence anyway, so that will not be too much of an issue. Wonder, nothing else really opened up for us over here. Oh, and we finished that one. I think I'll take the living rock again. And now I need to make the rune of spring, autumn, and summer. And those require all these runes that we've already just made. And there we go. We got our essence of earth. And yeah, we've only got like 1/8 of a mana pool down, so whew, we actually did pretty good there. So we've progressed through the way the world is made. We can claim that quest. And so now we have air, earth, water, and fire seeds. And I'll be growing these up. And I will show you why we want to grow these up. So with Essence of Air in various patterns of the other essences, you can make marble, quarried stone, packed ice, and cloud. You can also, this is new as of 0.7, you can also put it in a crucible furnace to make steam. It's also used, of course, in various crafting, and you can also put it in a smeltery to make steam. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do with these different essences. The one that I really am looking forward to using is the Essence of Earth. You can make leaves, all sorts of leaves. Cobblestone, this will be huge. I don't have to go mining for cobblestone. Clay, dirt, sand, of course marble, limestone, diorite, granite. So once you get Essence of Earth, you can start making a lot of your building block material. Abyssal stone, cool. Quarried stone, crack sand, not that you're ever going to want to do that, but red rock, tainted soil, heat sand. So there's a lot of cool things. You can make molten dirt. I'm not 100% sure what you can do with molten dirt. Oh, let's see. Oh, cool. Chlorophyll. Where do you get chlorophyll from? Oh, from fish products. Interesting. And again, used in various other recipes. So I'm sort of looking forward to using the Essence of Earth to make building materials for myself, so I can stop farming them. Just farm up the actual essences, convert it into whatever material I want, and move forward. So we've progressed through Botania again a little bit more, and we've produced some really cool seeds that are going to help us going forward. And we're going to grow those up, and we have animals, and they're all grown up now. Look at that. Aww. Now we can go in and we can grab some of the eggs, and hopefully soon we'll actually be able to well, we can breed them now, but hopefully soon we'll be able to collect all the feathers and eggs automatically rather than having to run in and grab them. And I was kind of looking into what I'm going to need to get that, and we're a little ways off. A little ways off of getting that. But now that we've got the earth, fire, and I'm going to plant the earth seeds right here. Go for it. And now that we got the earth and the fire, and I think it's fire, right? Is the other one that I wanted? Let's do fire first, because I got 2 plots ready to go. I'm going to have to make 2 more plots for the water and the air. But we are we're doing great. So I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. If you have, please, if you have been enjoying the series so far, don't forget to leave a like, as it really helps you out a lot. Also, leave a comment in the comment section below telling me what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see more of on my channel. And yeah, comments and likes will help out my channel a ton. So until next time, Delgar out.